Happen.
Hi! I'm here today to talk about homeschooling methods, and first thing I want to say is there are 100 million ways to homeschool, none of them wrong, but there's a lot of wrong ways to homeschool. There are people out there who use homeschooling as a way to lock their kids away or get work out of them, and that's obviously the wrong way. But as for methods, there's not a wrong way. Everybody has their own way of doing things and a way that works for them and their family. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is traditional schooling. Companies like Abeka and Switched On Schoolhouse, they offer these kind of programs. Has more of the traditional textbook approach like you're used to in a public school setting. They do their workbook pages, they have a set time and a set schedule. This gives more of a structured approach for those that need that. And then we have other types of schooling, which would include unit studies. Unit studies is literally what it says. You take a unit, let's say ancient Egypt, and you study just on that. You can base your entire math, science, history, and everything off of one particular subject. There are companies out there like CONUS who offer an entire unit study set put together where you have your outlines set out for you, or you can put them together yourself, which is what I choose to do. Other companies that have this method are Harvard Dakota and Tapestry of Grace, and like I said, they can come as laid out as you want them, or you can choose to create your own unit studies. Another way to homeschool is literature-based. Literature-based is just what it sounds. I always tell people about when I use literature, why I use literature-based, because when I was growing up, I learned what a Conestoga wagon was by watching Little House on the Prairie and reading Little House on the Prairie. A Conestoga wagon was what they took across the prairie, and the visual for me was so much more brighter and more detail and more understanding to me than a Conestoga wagon was a wagon. It was made out of wood. So to put a picture with the history, I'm still able to recall what I know. One my son will be doing this year is called Detectives in Togas, talking about the Roman Empire and whatnot. There's also web-based or computer learning. Web-based, there are programs such as Monarch. Monarch is your entire schooling online. Kids go on, they sign on just like you would to Facebook or whatnot. You sign on to Tapestry of Grace, or you sign on to Monarch, and they are they have your entire, you click on your subject and you pull up and you do whatever is assigned to you for that day. Switched On Schoolhouse is another way of doing this. It's more of a DVD-driven program. But again, you put in your English DVD and your English lessons pop up for the day. These are just a few of the ways people can homeschool. Like I said, there are a million ways. There you can hodgepodge a couple of these ideas together. You can decide to go with a box set, or you can decide to, I personally have 3 children, so I have to use a multitude of curriculums to fit each of their personalities. So we have a special job in raising our children, and each of them have God's calling on their life and different ideas and thoughts and interest in their heads, and you can tailor your schooling to them. But these are just a few of the ways that you can homeschool, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.